So, Sarah's often told me never to get political on the channel, so instead here's some kittens. Oh look, don't drop them. So anyway, meet the Destino Portugal expanded crew.
Ow!
Right, if you hold them up one by one.
Okay. Who's this?
Okay, that's little David Miliband. Say hello, David Miliband.
Which one's this one?
That's David Miliband.
What about this one?
Oh, that's little Ed Miliband. Okay.
Come here, little one.
This one's been scratched in the eye by one of the bastard cats.
Oh, I know.
And that one's...
Actually, its eye's not looking as bad. It's all
That
right.
one's little Boris Johnson. Okay.
Where's the hiding one? The other one's hiding because of what he's done to the UK economy.
Oh, yes. And this is my favourite. This is little Rishi Sunak. Hello, Rishi. So anyway, one of the street cats decided to have kittens in our Casa de Baño, so I fed them, I've weaned them, I've litter trained them, and I desperately need to find some responsible homes for them. Here's the mother here. There she goes, Miss Cecilia.
Come here, little shittens.
Boris. So anyway, if you're in central Portugal and you're after a kitten and you want to come and meet us, then please come and adopt one of these wonderful little kittens. They're very sweet. They're used to dogs. They're used to the outside. They're weaned. They're on to kibble now, so it'll be cheap. And they're litter trained, and they're very cute. Okay.
And they're well handled.
And they're well handled.
Oh, Boris is going exploring.
He's probably off to go and meet Lebedev for another party. Where you going, Boris? Boris, Bobo. Come on. Come on. Yeah, please help. If you know anyone that wants a kitten, then get in touch. Okay, so Sarah's been here for a little while. As you can see, she's wearing an absolutely gorgeous Destino Portugal cap with a ponytail hole in the back. Look at that, how stylish. And I'm also wearing... Sarah, can you take that?
I can take that. And party.
So I'm also wearing a Destino Portugal trucker's cap. And this is just a little bit of merchandise that our friends Dawnua and Scott are going to manufacture for us, and they're also using Portuguese cork, so there's cork caps, and I'll share a picture of them now. And also, if you want to buy any of these caps, then the link is in the description. You buy them direct from the manufacturer, and they're shipped from the US. So if you're in the US, then it's a much easier process. Thanks, Scott and Dawnua.
I'm looking very sunburnt. I wasn't this morning.
Okay, so Sarah's been here for a week, and what have we been doing this week, Sarah?
Oh, it's been an action-packed week. We've been to Aveiro.
Really conscious. I don't want to drop my phone.
We've eaten lots of lovely food because I said that I wasn't going to cook the whole time I was here. So we've eaten out all the time, which is a very affordable thing to do in Portugal. What else have we done? Oh, we went to the festa, the São João festa at Figueiras dos Vinhos.
Which was amazing.
Great fun. And I'm not a fan of fireworks, but the fireworks were amazing.
We've been swimming in the Zezere River.
Yes, and in our lovely friends Marcus and Bill's bio pool. Can we just tow you?
Yes.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Right, there he is.
Where?
Over there on between the lily pads. You see him? Just here. His little head sticking out. Yeah?
Nope. Oh yes.
Yeah? But there he is. He's bobbing around. It stays about this temperature.
Yeah, because
that's good because this is like perfect swimming temperature, isn't it? Really, you wouldn't want it too much warmer, would you?
You know, before he jumped in or before I ran the vacuum, because the vacuum moved the water around too, right?
Yeah.
So it was definitely warmer on the top and colder on the bottom and whatever. But then when you mix it up, like this is about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got a fantastic Instagram channel which you should go and check out.
Called Casa de Lombo.
Called Casa de Lombo.
And another thing about their Instagram page is if you want to learn about how to maintain and manage a biopool, then I'm sure there'll be lots more information there. Hello, Lola. Hello, Lola. Good girl. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My apologies for not doing any vlogs. We've been really busy and I just haven't been feeling it. So that's probably the best way to describe it. I haven't been feeling very great in myself, so I didn't I felt less than. I didn't want to film myself. But we've been asked to do a paid promotion. Now, I said I wouldn't do any paid promotions, and I probably won't do many more. But this company, Cyrusher, contacted us and asked whether we'd do an e-bike review. And I said, no, we've already done an e-bike review. And then they emailed back and said, would you do a review of the Cyrusher Kommoda? So I had a quick look online, and then I sent Sarah a photograph of this bike, and she went, yes, do it. I want one. So I said, okay, we'll do one. And then Sarah picked the colour. So this is Sarah's bike, although she's not actually been on it yet. She's kind of working her way up to it. But she picked the blue colour. It also comes in orange and another colour. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll share some photographs of the different colours now. So this thing, it looks fantastic online, but then obviously sometimes when you see something online, it looks fantastic, and then when it arrives, you're disappointed. That's not the case with this bike. It's just incredible. And I'm going to go through why it's so incredible and why I absolutely love this bike. So for a start, you can kind of see the riding position. So when you get to a certain age, say 51, kind of putting your leg over a bike is quite difficult. With this one, you can just step through here. So it's good for the more elderly gentleman or lady.
It's like a lady's bike.
It's like a lady's bike. It's a bike for ladies.
Because I'm a lady.
So this thing arrived in the box, and our friends Scott and Dawnua from Pursuing Portugal, another YouTube channel, go and give them a subscribe, check them out. They're dear friends of ours from the States, from Kansas. They were here looking at buying properties, and they came and helped me put it together. I'd like to introduce you to some friends of ours. This is Scott.
Hola.
And Dawnua.
Hola.
And Fofi. You can't see her because she's hiding. And Lola. And Scott's very kindly come to offer to help put this bike together. So Scott's very kindly offered to help me put the
Cyrusher Kommoda.
Cyrusher.
Kommoda.
It's an electric bike by a company called Cyrusher, and the bike is a Kommoda. In all this, you're the expert.
Am I? No, we're in trouble. Okay.
Right. So, it comes with
Look at tools.
Do you want to show?
It comes with a box of tools. We spent a few minutes gathering tools we might not have needed.
We might not have. Yeah. Let's find out. Okay, so I think I can identify this part.
That is the flange. Donnie, if you could hold the dogs and unbox, that would be great.
Oh, look, this is mostly assembled. It's very heavy. Have you got it?
I've got it.
Okay, I'll move the box out of the way.
I'm going to fall through the floor.
Yeah.
You put the box in front of the door and then the dog
The dog's... Hey.
That's why she's here.
Okay.
Beautiful. The trick is doing this without popping the tire.
Wow, it's like a motorbike.
It is like a motorbike. More than a push bike.
Yes. Now then,
Shall I keep going?
yes,
All
yeah,
right.
absolutely. I'm just wondering whether we should look at the instructions.
Oh, not yet.
Wait until we're lost.
Wait until we've taken a left turn.
I just get to sit here.
Yeah, I gotta earn my keep.
Just don't pop the tire.
And don't scratch the beautiful blue paint. Sarah has good taste in bikes. We're good. We're good. You hold that.
it's Sarah who'd have to answer to.
That's
I
right.
know.
No, I know who's boss.
Okay.
There's a tire.
Okay.
Tyre. Just for the British watchers.
How do you spell tire in the US?
The right way. Tire.
Front shocks,
Yes.
and then it's got
Hi, Fluffy.
a sort of swing arm
Like a motorcycle right here.
suspension on the back as well.
I mean, she's going to be riding in style.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah.
Can two of you ride it? You can get a little seat for the back.
Little seat for Nick on the back.
Or maybe like a little cart that,
Yeah.
that
A
she can.
sidecar.
And the step through here is just
Yeah,
This is
easy peasy.
beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
a nice bike.
beautiful bike.
Okay, so this is the toolkit that comes with the bike. You get a hex key set, Allen key set. And what's this called?
I believe that's a bump.
It's a bump. You get a bump, which is amazing because I was thinking that I'm going to have to go and buy a bump from somewhere to bump the tyres up. The pedals. No way! Look, even a spanner.
A nice one too.
Yeah. Is it snap-on?
No.
Zengong.
Snap on in Chinese.
And then in here is the charger for the 48-volt battery. The battery manual, and then this is the big fold-out, step-by-step. Look, we're not like normal men.
We're starting with the instructions.
We're starting with the instructions.
Are there words or just pictures? Is it English?
I don't know.
I see English.
I haven't got my glasses on.
Oh, we're a great pair.
Okay. Right, so the first thing is to take the bike out of the box.
Done.
The bike can be heavy. You may need someone to help you. Did you find that, Scott?
I think you and I could have used some help.
Yes. Using the tools provided, loosen the top and side stem bolts. Okay, right, I think we need to start taking all the bits off. Okay.
A little bit might be more comfortable, like something like that,
I think you're right, yeah.
where she can see the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Yep.
I think these are supposed to come off, but gosh, those are tight.
Yeah, and they could scratch really easily. Dawnua, you might have to be a Sarah model, a guinea pig, just to get a sense for how this feels.
Did you say guinea pig?
Yes, guinea pig. I think I might have pushed this down.
It is a push bike. The tires look good.
That's amazing. She was just running with me.
That could be a new pastime.
Come on, Lola. Oh, you're such a good girl. Would you like to have a go?
Why
Yes.
not?
So anyway, as you can see, it was really easy to put together. It was so simple to put together, and it came with a full toolkit. So everything you needed to put it together was in the box, including a bike pump for these big, chunky off-road wheels. So for us living in the mountain, this is kind of perfect. It's got very stable, chunky off-road wheels, which are also really stable on the road. That was one thing that I really liked about it before I actually got it. Another thing, it has... Oh, Fluffy, sorry. It has dual suspension and forks on the front, and they're adjustable with a compression dial here. And then on the back, if you can see here, it has this independent shock system with a kind of piston and then these dual swing arms that come over, and so you've got twin suspension on the bike, so it's very comfortable if you're going off-road. It's got a very comfortable seat. It's got a back rack here. You can buy from Cyrusher, you can buy, they make their own boxes to go on the back, so if you want to get a box as well to put your shopping in, then you can do that. It has a massive LCD screen which gives you the temperature, the tripometer, odometer, the wattage used, and the speed setting. Now, as you can see, I've got it set on 5 because that's just the way I roll.
What
and
does
then
it go up to?
5.
Oh.
And then there you go, look.
So it can go slower.
So high, power, high, normal, low, and eco mode. And then it also has a 7-speed Shimano gearbox here, which is really easy to use. That's to take it down, and then you can go back up with this control here. It comes with a throttle grip, which is the power delivery system, which is this little lever here. So as you push that down, she goes. But this doesn't come fitted on the bike because I think they might be illegal in some countries. So it's up to you whether you choose to put this on or not, but I would recommend that you do. Anyway, the construction elements of it is very easy. It has an LED light on the front. Is that lit up?
I don't know. Can't see because it's very bright today.
Okay, well, it has a light and it has...
Oh, Foffy doesn't like the horn.
Foffy doesn't like anything that beeps.
Foffy.
But it's got a little horn. There we go. And it's just overall a really comfortable and very fun e-bike. And I'm so pleased and grateful to Cyrusher for sending this bike to us. Pretty sure it goes up to 45 kilometers. It's rapid. It really is rapid. It goes up to about 45 kilometers per hour. And if you're going down a mountain, then I reckon you could literally fly. It's got dual brakes that are really easy to use. I don't know what more to say about it other than I absolutely love it. Another thing that you can do is there's a lock here so that you can take the batteries out. So if you park it up somewhere, you can remove the batteries because the batteries are quite expensive. It's one of the most expensive components of the actual bike. So anyway, I would highly recommend this wonderful little fun bike for commuting, to go shopping, taking trips up the mountain. One final thing I'll say about it is if you want to pedal, if you're that way inclined, then when you pedal, the backup electric motor kicks in to give you extra power. And if you don't, if you just want to sit there, if you're quite lazy, then you can just pull the power trigger and go. So here she is. It's Cyrusher. So it's cycling and Russia combined. It's got a 48 volt, 14 amp hour LG Samsung lithium battery, which is just in here. That's waterproof, rated to IP65. It has a range of 25 to 50 miles or 40 to 80 kilometers. Standard 240 volt charger, 54.6 volt, 2 amp hour smart charger, which charges in 4 to 7 hours. And it has a battery lifetime of 800 cycles, 800 charges. The frame is aluminium with a full suspension, and they come in at, they've just been reduced from £2,099 to £1,599, and if you use our affiliate link in the description below, I think you get an €80 or £80 discount. They come in white, orange and grey. It doesn't seem to do the blue ones anymore. Oh. Okay, so they come in white, orange or grey and blue, but maybe not. You'll have to check with their website. What a dream machine.
Yeah.
So firstly, thank you very much for helping me put the bike together.
No injuries.
No injuries so far.
Yeah.
No
Nothing
injuries yet.
broken.
Yep.
Yeah, that's success.
Nice bike.
Super nice bike.
Yeah.
A little scary, actually.
It is a little bit intimidating,
Yeah.
but I think you'd get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe a helmet and some
Definitely.
elbow pads, knee
Yes.
pads, body armor.
Pillows.
But in that beautiful blue color that Sarah picked out.
Yep, she's going to have to get used to riding it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as I was saying earlier on, you guys are moving to Portugal. You're in the process of, at the moment you've got 1 foot in Kansas and 1 foot in Portugal. So why did you decide to move to Portugal?
It might make more sense to actually kind of back up a little bit because
Okay.
we're sort of still in the decision process. We're taking steps in that direction. Would that be accurate?
Mhm.
But we're definitely moving in that direction, but we're still researching. You know, we're still learning. You know, not just getting visa and all that, but you know, what does it mean to actually live in Portugal? You know, and everything that entails with our life back home in the States in Kansas. We have 4 grown children. That's a consideration. You know, all the way to what happens after we've been here for 10 years, you know, how different do things look? How do we make a living while we're here? You know, we've obviously have answers to some of that, but, you know, we are pursuing a life in Portugal and taking those steps, which is just a little different to having decided. It's closer to having decided, but still a process.
And look, your house in Kansas, which is your family home, Dawnua,
Yep, my childhood home.
and you're currently doing a full restoration on that.
Pretty much. The house was built in the late 80s and early 90s because it was built in stages. My parents went in phases. As they would save money, they would do the foundation and then they'd save more money and then build the house. And then it took years and years. So we like to say that we're bringing the house out of the 90s, one room at a time. So pulling out old carpet and redoing walls and taking out the popcorn ceiling that is in every room. And it's not just regular popcorn ceiling, it's gold fleck popcorn ceiling.
Okay, what's popcorn ceiling?
So, ooh, yeah. American viewers will know what this is probably intimately. It's just sprayed on texture in the ceiling.
Ah,
so
okay.
it's often referred to as popcorn.
Okay,
But with gold flecks.
okay. So it's a little bit more hard work.
It is.
Well, it's special, yeah. But
It goes everywhere when you scrape it.
yeah.
So one room at a time, and we're also working on the outside, new siding. We are almost done with a new deck around the house. So we still have quite a few projects.
Yeah, so getting that finished is an important part of the next step, which would be then moving here or looking for something here permanently.
But you have been looking for properties for sale, haven't you?
Yeah, quite a few.
How have you found that experience?
Well, it started just online. Honestly, it started with your channel is really when we started diving into what's possible. But yesterday we actually spent the entire day with Paula. So how'd that go for you?
It was good. I think the hardest thing so far is trying to figure out what region or what area of Portugal you like. And everyone says, oh, just drive through. But we don't know where villages are or what villages are good. So we relied on you and Paula. And so we looked at 4 different kinds of homes yesterday that were either ready to go or 100% project that needs a whole remodel. And each village was beautiful. Each one was different. Some of them grabbed us a little more than others, like the charm of them or the people or the flowers. I love the
view,
vegetation, the view. So it was good.
It was fantastic. I mean, she, as knowledgeable and informative as she is on your channel, that is her to a T. I mean, she knows these properties backwards and forwards. She knows, obviously, the culture of what's going on, you know, why this person is selling this house. Often it's a family home, very similar to what we're experiencing in Kansas.
Yep.
And just as a side note, we're finding the more research we do, including the house search, there's so many parallels with what we're doing in Kansas as far as the remodeling and the things we want to do there and the reasons behind it and the emotional journey of, you know, this is Dawnua's childhood home. It was her mom's vision and dream where it's on 10 acres. We've found hand-drawn plots of where her mom planted trees and fruit trees. And so going through these properties with Paula, and there's so much to relate to, you know, this house, this lady lived in this house for her entire life and planted these, you know, trees and care like, oh, it's mom, you know.
Yeah, and we met one guy who he had inherited his home after his mom passed away, and the ground floor still had winemaking stuff in it, and he talked about what they would do and what he grew up and how they, you know, how they would use the room, and talked about just the views and how his parents were in a different time and they weren't worried about views. And so it was just interesting to feel a connection to someone who, you know, there's grief tied to inheriting something, and then having this, we've talked about closing out a person's life, that there's actually a lot of different things you have to do when someone dies, and it can be overwhelming, and it's a human experience no matter where you are.
Universal.
Yes.
And I think Paula navigates that really well. Like, that was just enough information and enough that we could relate to what's going on, but also truth about the house, like the amount of work that needs to be done, you know, the things that need to happen on this. And I would also say there was enough email conversation between us prior to us coming that she was really getting a grasp of what our goal was as we're trying to figure that out. We kind of gave her a big target to hit, and she kind of helped us narrow that down. A phrase that she says that I think she said in the videos, and she said to us, she's like, do you want to come to Portugal and be farmers? And we're like, no, we don't. And of course, we're in the middle of a massive renovation. So our mindset right now is, do we want to come to Portugal and do another massive renovation right away? And if you were to ask me right now, I'd say no. So talking with Paula, her knowledge, her expertise in the market, in the area, really helped us quickly kind of narrow in, okay, this is what we're looking for. And she was able to show us something that we might talk a little bit more about in another video. Okay, we're not ready to move full time. We just can't. The house in Kansas has too much work to do. We have some job situations to work out as far as working remotely. But what we do know is having a place that we could let out or rent out, even though we're not here, and have a place to stay for our numerous visits to come, would be really great. And managing that from a distance, which we have done before, Dawnua has done before. She did most of the work. We had a rental property in Florida while living in Kansas. Doing that with a property that doesn't have massive land to take care of, you know, that doesn't have perhaps some confusing deed issues that might take months to resolve. Something really simple, something almost turnkey. This doesn't need massive repairs.
And I would say one thing Paula helped us with before was getting our NIF. She recommended a lawyer for us, and so we did that in the States just a couple days before we came. We had to supply her with a couple things, and then we had it in less than 48 hours.
Incredible.
And
We've
then,
heard horror stories. I mean, horror stories may be too drastic, but taking weeks, and ours took
less than 48 hours. And she also gave us the name of a bank and a contact at a bank who could help us set up a bank account. And we did that this morning, and they were fantastic. And their levels of English were a little different, but they kept apologizing to us for not speaking English. And we kept apologizing to them because we didn't speak Portuguese, but they were very patient and kind. And at the very end, Carla, who helped us, told us she hoped we had a great time here. We have beautiful beaches, and you're very welcome in Portugal.
It was very sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great experience.
Yeah. And I have to say, Paula set up that appointment at the bank for us. She did that yesterday on email. She said, okay, you have an appointment at 9 o'clock. You're meeting with so-and-so. And we went there, and it just takes time to open an account in a different country and start the paperwork for the house. So it took a while, but not because of any inefficiency, all the terrible things you do here, which I know can exist anywhere, but this could not have gone any better.
The inefficiency was we couldn't speak
That was,
Portuguese.
we were the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were so patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just my experience from Paola and other people that we've sold houses to. Is that help isn't to get you to the point where you buy the house and then the help stops. It's like if you went in and saw Paola 5 years after buying a house, she would help you with anything because she's just that kind of person.
Yeah, I believe that.
She is hilarious. She is our kind of people. I have to say, it was very sweet when we parted ways yesterday after looking at the last house. She just looking over the roof of her car. She's like, I like you guys so much. And I'm like, we like you too. And I mean, I truly believe she had our best interest at heart, right? She could have really pushed and sold us on a more expensive house. In fact, we had great advice from Paola and you to perhaps not go that direction. You don't do that if you're looking to just sort of milk somebody, you know, for the money. So, so that whole experience has just been, for me, reinvigorating hope in humanity, which is another reason for coming to Portugal.
Now, if people want to follow your journey, you've got your own YouTube channel. It's called Pursuing Portugal. Please, guys, I know you can't, I don't know whether you can see me here, but look, these lovely people, they're going to do the merchandise for our channel. So there's going to be these trucker caps and other things coming soon. It's this clever lady here.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so please go and find Pursuing Portugal, give them a subscribe, watch their videos and follow their journey whilst they transition from doing a massive restoration in Kansas City to living in rural Portugal. They're quite nice people.
He's all right.
I can vouch for them. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.
Bye.